guys, PirateCaptainDark here, bringing you another way back Wednesday battle. This is against a friend of mine named D-Man. I know I said I'd be uploading some 5th gen, but I just haven't gotten around to it, so I'll apologize for that ahead of time. I will be uploading them eventually, just not right now. I let off with my Gardevoir, put his Aerodactyl to sleep, forcing him to switch out into his Machamp, while I switch into my Suicune and go straight for the Surf. Now, looking back on it, that Surf didn't really do that much damage, judging by how much it did. He could have just attacked me and spared him the damage of his substitute, so I don't know what he was thinking, but I guess he thought maybe I would do more than the substitute, so he thought that would be the safe bet. But anyways, he goes for the Dynamic Punch, confuses me, I break through the confusion, go for the Surf, but he outpredicts me and switches out into his Water Absorb Vaporeon, rendering my water attack useless, so I decide to set up, and he predicts that and roars me away, so not in really any position to brag, but I go for the Dynamic Punch, he predicts that as well, and switches out into his Rotom, which isn't affected by fighting type moves, and I'm forced to go for the Stone Edge while he burns me. So having my attack halved, I think I can still attack this thing and break, lower his health, but then he substitutes and I see that it's not going to be that easy for me. Even with Stone Edge, I'm not able to break through his substitute in one hit, so this is going to be an uphill battle for me. I finally break through his sub with a second Stone Edge, but I realized that if I stay in with this thing, he's just going to substitute me out of attack, and I realized I'm gonna have to do something, so I go for one last Stone Edge and he switches out into his Jirachi. I think at this point I'm kind of scared because I don't really know what kind of Jirachi this is, but so I decide to go for the rest due to that, and he goes for the substitute, making me think that he's gonna set up with this thing as well. So at this point I really could use a phaser. I go for the rest and then I switch out because I don't want to take any damage from anything. I just want to be at full health. And then I see that this Jirachi is a Calm Mind Jirachi. Now, I don't think I've ever dealt with a Calm Mind Jirachi before. I could be wrong, but I was really frightened at this point because that's not something you want to have to deal with. I mean, Jirachi is a pain as it is by itself. Setup Jirachi is just plain dangerous. So I go into my Gyarados, going for the taunt to stop the Calm Minds, anything at this point. And then he goes for the T-Bolt. And I'll be honest with you, I did not see the T-Bolt. I thought that maybe when I switched out into Zapdos, I could scare him out. But I guess not. And I go for the Heat Wave this round, hoping that I could finally break his substitute and maybe get someone in there to finally do some damage to him or at least scare him out. But he gets the Pair Hack, so I'm stuck here. If I switch out, I'm not gonna be able to heal up Zapdos, and because I'm slow now, and I'm not gonna be able to do any damage. So I just decided to sacrifice Zapdos, and I didn't think I was gonna get taken out that turn. I thought I was gonna go for a Roost, but he gets a critical hit and takes me out. I finally switch out into my Gardevoir, and I scared him out by Serene Grace. And I wish I would have thought about that earlier, but I guess it wouldn't have had any effect with his substitute up. So he gets kind of scared and worried about that, so he switches out, and I'm able to get some work done with Gardevoir. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but Gardevoir is just one of my favorite Pokemon, if not my top favorite. He goes for a T-Bolt, is able to take out this Rotom, and I'm thrilled right now because I'm finally able to do something. He finally switches back out into his Jirachi, which makes me wonder why did he switch out in the first place if he was that worried. He could have just stayed in, but I guess he was fearing I don't know, special attack. I don't know what he was thinking, but I get a critical hit here, and I think that played a big role in the outcome of this battle, because right now his Jirachi is one of his main attackers, and if I'm able to lower his health and get him down to a certain point and he doesn't have any way of healing, it's pretty much one of his strongest Pokemon, and I've just gotten rid of it. So he goes for the Flash Cannon here. I was hoping that it wouldn't do that much, but after a few Calm Minds, even, you know, Gardevoir takes quite a bit from that. I think I'm less than a third of health, so not really doing too well here because I get taken out next turn by the Flash Cannon. I was hoping I could get rid of it, but you know, that's fine. I got him down to a low enough point where I can revenge kill him at this point. So I go into my Suicune. I go for the water attack again, even though I knew he had Vaporeon, and I still set up even though I know he has the Roar. I don't know honestly what I was thinking, because this is really dangerous. He goes for the Wish here. He could easily switch into his Jirachi and heal back. I don't know what I was thinking, but luckily he doesn't do that. He roars me out fearing the setup, so I got lucky in that sense. But here he could have switched out into his Jirachi, but because he's low enough health, he fears me either waking up or using Sleep Talk and using Dynamic Punch on him. So this was a risk play. He finally switches out. I go into my Sleep Talk, I go for the Stone Edge, and that manages to just barely take out the Jirachi. So I got really lucky in that sense, because that could have gone either way. He could have survived that and gotten the Wish up and healed fully. I finally wake up, go for the Dynamic Punch. That was a good prediction on my part. I think that's going to be able to take out this Heatran if he doesn't have the Sash. Nope, he doesn't, so I finally managed to take out the Heatran as well. It's going really well for me. I finally got rid of like 2 of his most threatening Pokemon. I also don't like Heatrans, by the way, but he switches out into his own Machamp, goes for the Dynamic Punch, gets rid of mine, and I go into my Suicune knowing that I can probably predict him to switch into his Vaporeon. So this time I go for the Hidden Power Grass or Electric, I'm not really sure. But because he switched on his Vaporeon, I'm guessing he's not going to take a lot from it. So I was kind of surprised in that sense. I thought it would do a little bit more than that. Luckily I get a critical hit here. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember getting this many crits. Like, wow, this is a hacksy battle. I think I go for another I go for the Ice Beam actually, predicting the Protect, because I thought he was going to switch out. I didn't really think he had Protect because he hadn't used it up until now. So I go for the Calm Mind. I know he has the Roar, but at this point I didn't really care because I just want to get rid of his Pokemon. I don't really care at this point. So I go for the Hidden Power. That's going to do more, but I do get roared away into my Togekiss. I didn't really think I had a Togekiss on this team, and I apologize, but with 4th gen you don't have team preview, so I don't really know what I carry on this team. So I go for the Ancient Power hoping to get a stat boost or something, but knowing my luck I don't, so whatever. I'm just gonna keep using, I think, Ancient Power until I get an attack. Or Ominous Wind, that works too. And I get rid of his Aerodactyl. I'm not sure what he was trying to accomplish. I guess maybe, did he try to pass on a Wish maybe? I'm not sure, but I go for the Nasty Plot, so that's always nice. This is my Nasty Plot Togekiss, now I remember. You don't want to be on the other end of this thing, because I've battled the Nasty Plot Togekiss before, and in addition to Serene Grace, this thing is pretty much the same as Jirachi, except worse, because Jirachi only raises the attack, special attack by 1 stage. This is using Nasty Plot, so it's 2 stages, so it's double as threatening as Jirachi is. So I'm gonna go for Ancient Power. He's gonna go for the Surf. It's not gonna be enough, because I do carry, I think, Roost on this thing as well. Ominous Wind, Ancient Power, that thing, Nasty Plot, and I think Roost. But I go for the Ominous Wind. That's gonna be enough. There's no chance against, and I think that's his last Pokemon, and that's good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and I shall see you guys next time. Later for now.